Hey there and welcome to the A.D.K rock and metal channel, and today we are doing EP reviews. Today we're doing the metalcore band Paradis. They're from London. It's their debut self-titled release, Paradis, and comes out on the 20th of September. We put the press release from Sam PR, which I need to summon from the PR gods so that I can have a read of it. I haven't read it yet, so let me have a look. There we go, we've got the press release. I'm going to put that to one side, going to have a look at that. I don't ever read the press releases prior to. The only thing I check about the press releases before reviewing the album is the genre, to enable me to decide which of the hosts of the channel goes to, whether it's Kirk, Andy or myself. So metalcore is a bit of a middle ground. All of us can do metalcore. So but I picked this one up because Paradis will be headlining one of our shows on the, so I've got to remember, 19th of December, I believe. Yes, 19th of December at the 66 Bar in Cambridge. They'll be headlining, so looking forward to that. It's got an immense lineup, some classic metal bands, some new wave of British metal bands, and these guys headlining are going to tear the roof off the place. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about the songs individually. I don't do that in my reviews because I think it's very subjective, and people talking about the thunderous rolling drums with technical sweep picking, blah blah blah, yada yada yada, means nothing in my opinion. What I want to know is, I think what people want to know is, what's the vibe of the EP, and is it going to be the same that you're going to get into? So basically the answer is yes, you are going to get into this if you're into metalcore, but I think calling them a metalcore band is a very disingenuous thing to do because they don't sit into the traditional realms of metalcore. So if I looked at what metalcore, when I think about bands like Killswitch, Engage and stuff like that, they're far more technical. They step out of the boundaries of the traditional elements of metalcore. There is metalcore elements in there, but there's a lot more to it. So I started listening to Boneyard, which is the first song on the album, and it's got this cool atmospheric intro with guitars panning from left to right, sort of almost having a bit of a duel going on, which I really liked. There is technicality on this album, so it's not just a sort of bone crunching, brutal metalcore. There's some really nice technical guitar parts in there, some really nice drum playing and bass work as well, and vocals are just sick. I mean, this is groove metal in there. You've got the vocals are more death metal than I mean, metalcore vocals are aggressive, but this is like real heavy stuff. Second song, Reflections, again real guttural, but there's harmonies in here, which I thought was really interesting when we started bringing vocal harmonies in, which reminded me a little bit like Alice in Chains, which I thought was cool. Immortal, we started getting symphonic elements in this. We had choral elements in there. We've got symphony parts, so you could almost go into like elements of metalcore symphonic metal at this point. We've got Storm, which has melodic lead lines, which I really liked, and Walking Aberration has this real pace and intensity and just down picking chugging. It's probably, out of all the songs on the album, is the most straightforward brutal assault song. Or the EP, sorry, I should say, not album, but it's the most brutal assault. It's stripped back, it's more simplistic, but it's very intense, which I really enjoyed. The thing, if you're looking at local bands within the Hertfordshire scene, because that's where A.D.K is based, I mean, Sentient is a great example of a similarity in bands, and will definitely be Paradis and Sentient will be definitely a band that I would be looking to pair up on an A.D.K show in the future, whether that's in London, somewhere like the Dev or something like that, or if it was at one of our future shows at one of the other places like the Red Lion, Leo's Red Lion in Gravesend, which we're hoping to have A.D.K shows coming out of. This is an album or an EP that is all about precision, but there's heart and soul in there as well, which I really enjoyed, and it's an excellent production quality. The quality of this EP is phenomenal. Sometimes with metalcore bands, they go over the top in their production and try to make it sound so big that it just makes your ears bleed, and that's when you get into the kind of elements of the deathcore and black metal, etc. But these guys really clearly understood about leaving warmth, leaving soul in their production whilst being technical, crisp and tight as fuck, to be quite honest. But we need to look at the PR release. Let's see what Sam PR had to say about this band. Okay, so Paradis, fast rising hard hitters, detail new single from upcoming EP, blah blah blah. Yeah, we know about that. Highly rated Londoners, Paradis unleashed their blistering self-titled EP out Friday the 20th of September. Before then, the Brit metalcores released their explosive single Walking Aberration, which arrives on the Friday the 13th of September. So that's in a few weeks of time as well. So I haven't actually looked at that. Oh, I have in the song. It's interesting they've gone for that, which is the most straightforward track off the EP, as their single, which is interesting. Hitting your senses from the back streets of London, England, Paradis are a fiery quintet that blend elephantine. Oh wow, elephantine riffs. That's a new word. I've never. Is that even a word? Elephantine riffs. I'll give it. And powerful vocals, merging with a raft of influences that incorporate enticing synths, considered arrangements. Born in 2023, so they're not. I mean, they've obviously must have already been playing in other bands. There is no way this is like their first band. These guys have been in bands before and obviously know their craft. So they've been favourable comparisons to Parkway Drive, maybe. I think they're more technical than Parkway Drive personally. Architects, yeah, I can see that. Avenged Sevenfold, can't see that one personally, but okay. And they feature Johnny Weaver, Pedro Silva. Hi, Pedro. We have been chatting. Federico Di Bias, Mark. Nope, can't pronounce your bass surname, sorry. Flynn on drums, and the band members have been born wildly across the globe, but collectively they're a group of brothers with a mutual love of all things metal. So my guess here is this is a group of guys that are based in London, all going to whatever it is they've emigrated over, studying. Some might be studying, some might just be that they've moved over here from different countries over time, played in other bands and have put a new group together based on the London scene. So let's have a look. Countless rehearsals and lengthy writing sessions have certainly strengthened the five-piece over the past year and have enabled the... I mean, it's only a year. That's the impressiveness about this. I wonder if a lot of these songs were written in basic form in advance and then it was tweaked, or if it was all from jams. Don't know. The five-piece over the past year and have enabled the energetic riff merchants to produce... Sam PR love using the word riff merchants. I know, because they're our PR company as well, for my band. Anyway, Riff Merchants to produce their debut self-titled EP. So Johnny Weaver, this is the comments. This is the first project I've ever worked on that was a truly team effort. We've integrated everyone's ideas in one way or another and created an EP we are so proud of. Expect heavy riffs, huge choruses, and immense breakdowns featuring extra elements of synths and orchestration. As well as creating their debut release, Paradis have also gained a mounting reputation for their towering live performances and are quickly making a name for themselves throughout the London scene. Now with the release of their brand new EP, the band are truly ready to shine, loaded with 5 stunning slabs of unstoppable metalcore. Yeah, good. Do you know what? I do sometimes criticise PR companies for talking bollocks, but I think Gary and the team at Sam PR have done a good job there. That kind of does capture everything pretty accurately. So... we need to score it. We scored this out of 4 categories on the ADK channel. So we have headliner, main support, opener, and at the bottom, back to rehearsal studios. And there are multiple categories we look at, all the reasons why we go to it. But for this particular release and this particular band, I am going to give this band a score of a headliner. And this is because this is an absolutely phenomenal EP, in my opinion. It's a difficult genre to get yourself out of. It is metalcore, and it's a genre that is absolutely flooded. However, if they can replicate what they're putting on the album live and get themselves into the right media spaces, there is no reason why this band cannot move further along and get themselves onto some significant bills at festivals, etc., which is where I would expect to see them next year. Maybe on some of the lower end of some of the bigger festivals or separate stages is where we want to see these guys going. But yes, they get our top rating of headliner. Now, if you enjoyed our video today, please do like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on the video sometime very soon. Take care.